Hi everyone, this is Veronica and today again we are going to discuss policies, programs, schemes of the Government of India. This is the part 2 and this series has 3 parts which are available both in Hindi and English. And if you have any query regarding this lecture, you can mail me, and for my video updates you can follow me on Instagram or Facebook. This is a channel StudyIQ. If you are preparing for any competitive exam, our pen drive and tablet courses are available. For additional information, you can call on these numbers or you may log in into our website. So the schemes we are taking up today are Saubhagya, Kalo India, National Sports Talent Search Portal, Police Portal under CCTNS, Gaj Yatra, National Nutrition Mission. So let's start with Saubhagya. It's launched under the Ministry of Power and the full form of the scheme is full name basically Pradhan Mantri Sehaj Bijli Har Ghar Yojana, that is Saubhagya. Through this scheme, target of the government is to electrify every house in rural areas as well as urban areas by the end of 2018. So this page and this page, I've taken this from the official pamphlet of the scheme. I downloaded it from somewhere. One purpose of showing you this was you should be alert and attentive when you are preparing for competitive exam. You should look at these hoardings carefully where government schemes are advertised. You never know if they click you in the exam. Only books can't help you in exam. Such things and presence of mind helps you, because in UPSC, 1 mark is very important. So even here the lucid details are given very nicely for this scheme. As you can say, here the budget is given, the gross budget expenditure is given, an outlay is given, and next target of completion is given, that is by 31st March 2019, that government is trying to achieve this target by this date. And here is the funding pattern for this scheme. This is the Government of India, the Union government will fund 60% and 85% in the case, and for state will contribute 10% and loans 30%, and these are the figures for special category states. Now, what are special category states? Basically, these are some states which are classified by the central government. For example, these states are having social economic disadvantages like hilly terrains, or those states which are present on the strategic international borders, or the states which are facing infrastructural backwardness. So these states come under special category states. Now see, government has kept an incentive for the states that if these states achieve the required target by 31st December 2018, then the 50% loan of theirs will be converted into grant. Now, there are many places where these big transformers can't be installed. So, solar power packs will be provided in such case along with the battery banks, and to each household 5 LED lights will be given, 1 DC fan, 1 DC power plug. Repair and maintenance for 5 years will be assured. So, what are the expected outcomes? Like if we are able to achieve this target, what are the expected outcomes? Now, see, by electrifying every household, we will substitute the use of kerosene that is used for lighting purposes. In rural areas, still there are many households which use this kerosene, and kerosene is the source of pollution. So by electrifying, we are preventing more pollution to come up in the environment. As after this, the next is educational services. Now, improvement in education, it's quite understood. If electricity is there, it can aid students to study even at night and much more. Next is like health services, because many equipments work on the electricity, and those facilities will be made available to the rural areas also now. And people will be connected with radio, television and mobiles. They will be connected to the outside world by these ICT tools. Next, it will improve the quality of life of women, as in rural areas mostly the women are unemployed and stay at home. Now through mobile, television, their way of life will change, and that too in a positive direction. The other good things about this scheme is like one can get online registration through for the electricity connection through the mobile application. After that, Gram Panchayat and public institutions will be authorized to collect application and distribute bills and collect revenue. Okay. Then some more benefits of this scheme are like 40 million families will be covered under Saubhagya, and electricity connections will be provided to them by December 2018. Now, why there is a need to launch such a scheme? Actually, earlier there was a scheme launched known as Deen Dayal Upadhyay Gram Jyoti Yojana, and it was launched in 2015. Target of this scheme was to electrify 18,000 villages, and government was able to electrify only 78% of 18,000 villages. Now see, it's important to know like what is the criteria or when a village will be called electrified. So here the criteria is if in a certain village 10%, mind my words, 10% of the houses are electrified along with the public places, and public places include schools, panchayat office, health centers, dispensaries, etc., then the village will be considered as electrified and target of electrifying the village is achieved. Okay, so for example, if a village has 100 houses and if 10 houses are provided with electricity, then the village will be considered as electrified. However, 90 houses in that village are still not electrified, but yet the village will be considered as electrified. But somewhere the target could not be achieved by the government in this Deen Dayal Upadhyay Gram Jyoti Yojana. So in Saubhagya, we replaced, therefore Saubhagya was launched, and in Saubhagya, we replaced villages with households. That now target is to electrify each and every household instead of village. And if we are able to achieve this target, India will be third largest energy consumer after US and China in the world. Moreover, if the demand in the rural areas will increase, in the distribution companies, that are the discoms, will also move towards the rural areas, and this will help in collection of more revenue, because at present these company does not go to the rural areas to provide electricity because they say that demand is very less and it can and it's not beneficial to them. By this scheme, these companies will also move towards the villages. Now, if you are asked that if government is giving any subsidy in this scheme, then answer is no. There is no subsidy. There is no subsidy component in this scheme. Plus, many people are getting confused that electricity will be distributed for free. So mind it, there is nothing like this. Just connections to the BPL people will be given for free. And for the APL people, rupees 500 will be charged to give the electricity connection, and that too can be given in 10 installments of rupees 50 each. Right? And how these people will be identified, the APL and BPL people, their socio and economic status will be identified by this census, socio-economic and caste census, which took place in 2011. The data of this census will be used to identify the people. And the nodal agency which is given the responsibility for the operation of the scheme is the Rural Electrification Corporation Limited, REC. Okay, so this is about the Saubhagya scheme. Next is revamped Kalo India program. So this revamped Kalo India, basically Kalo India scheme was already there and now restructuring of Kalo India has been done. And more grant has been sanctioned for this scheme. Here you can see that rupees 1,756 crore for the period of 2017-18 to 2019-20 has been sanctioned. Now it is very important and progressive step towards sports in India. It is a watershed movement in the history of India, because till now in India, sports is always seen as a hobby or something secondary of after academics. Now this will help, sports will help in individual development, it will lead to community development, sports development will take place, economy of the nation will rise, and all these steps will lead to national development as a whole. So there are very less people in India which actually take sports as a career, and if this scheme is to boost sports is successful, it will lead to the national development. Now, what are the salient features of the scheme? So in its restructuring, scholarship will be given, and 1,000 most talented young athletes will be given scholarship. And how much scholarship? That is rupees 5 lakh for 8 consecutive years. This will bring talent into mainstream sports from every nook and corner of this country, and such people will get benefited. Best part in this is 20 universities. Here you can see that 20 universities will be involved, where sports will be treated at par with academics, because usually we have seen academics is given the priority and sport is something left. If you are done with your classes, only then you can go for practice. But now it will be treated equally in these 20 universities at par with academics. Moreover, it will send a positive impact on our society for a healthy lifestyle. Therefore, it will prove to be a national physical fitness drive. It has this scheme has far-reaching impacts also, like gender equity, because here it is not mentioned that the boys will be selected or girls will be selected. It is whoever is a good athlete, a good sportsman will be selected on the basis of their talent. Social inclusiveness will be there, and youth of disturbed and deprived areas will also join mainstream sports and will help in national building. Okay, moreover, it will also give rise to healthy and strict competition in sports at school and college levels. Till date, whatever old policies we had, they tried to promote infrastructure in sports, but for the first time, focus is to search more and more talent. That means somewhere they're trying sports for all and sports for excellence. In extension to the earlier scheme, revamped Kalo India, this national sports talent search portal has been organized. It can be asked separately also, but it is an extension. It is basically a smartphone application where any interested person, athlete or a parent of an athlete can upload the biodata of the athlete or video regarding their athletic abilities. So this is basically a very simple process of registration. First you need to visit the site, then register yourself on the site, then you have to create a profile, and in the profile you need to mention which sports you play, what are your achievements in that sports, and what competitions you have attended regarding that sport. Sports Authority of India, SAI, okay, this means Sport Authorities of India will analyze your profile later on and will select students on the basis of their profile. Such students will be trained in the centers which are identified by the Sports Authority of India. After training, proper platform will be given to showcase and exhibit their skills. Social status and economic status won't matter in this case. That means people will be benefited only on the basis of their talent. And this portal, best part is this portal will be available in English and all the regional languages. So language should not be a barrier in the progress and promotion of the athletes in the country. So this is about National Sports Talent Search Portal. Now another portal, everything is being digitalized. That's why we are almost discussing every portal which is online portals and applications which are launched by the government. Now this is digital police portal. This is launched by Union Ministry of Home Affairs under CCTNS. CCTNS is Crime and Criminal Tracking Network System Project, and it was initiated in 2009. And this is somewhere a step towards the modernization of police in our country under e-governance project. Somewhere it is a step towards police reforms in our country. Now what are the key points of this program? Basically here the citizens will be able to register as FIRs online, and initially seven public delivery systems will be given by this portal, and these are given here like employees, persons and address verification you can do by registering online of your employees and tenants, nurses, permission for hosting any public event, lost and found articles, vehicle theft, such complaints you can register on this portal. These are the services for the citizens, and how it will help police personals. Then police has a benefit that information about criminals will be shared among different police stations. If a crime by a criminal is done in a certain state, the details of that criminal will be uploaded on this portal, and in any other state that information can be accessed. So sharing of information will eventually help in the investigations. Moreover, central investigating and research agencies also have been provided logins to this portal to access the crime statistics. So by launching these systems, we are integrating various organs of criminal justice system. Now, what are the various organs of criminal justice system? For example, police, courts, prisons, prosecutions, forensic labs, juvenile homes, and like that. And on a whole, we are integrating these systems with CCTNS. And as I told you, CCTNS is a success already in our country. It is a large database, and we are using a high quality software for CCTNS, and Google type search engine, which is very fast, is being used in CCTNS, and it is a way to bring revolution in the working of police by bringing such portals and reforms. If police also wants to make it a high level success program, then they need to be careful also while filling the data in such portal. Like accurate data about the criminals and crimes should be reported, and complete data, right? So this is about digital police portal, and this is a screenshot I've just taken from their site. You can visit the site and see this. Here the services for citizens are in this corner, and services for police are in this corner, digital police. Okay. Now there is a nationwide campaign, Gaj Yatra. Gaj means elephant, and it has been launched by Ministry of Environment and Forest. It is basically a 15 months campaign under the NGO. This NGO will lead it, Wildlife Trust of India. This campaign started on 12th of August on World's Elephant Day. Now we have noticed many species are extincting. They have extincted, and many got harmed due to anthropogenic activities. Such activities have disturbed wildlife to a great extent. Somewhere now elephants are also coming on the same row, in the same category. So there is a need to protect these elephants. Why there is a need? Because just see the data. Now there are like 4 lakh African elephants and 40 Asian elephants left across the globe. And Asian elephants have been listed as endangered, and African elephants are vulnerable in the IUCN Red List of Threatened Species. So these are threatened species now. IUCN stands for International Union of Conservation of Nature and Natural Resources. So there is a need to protect animals. In India, there are like 12 states where elephants are found, and this campaign will take place in all, this campaign will extend to all these 12 states for 15 months. Through this campaign, we need to end the conflict between man and animal. We should wage war against animal poachers and hunters. We should involve children. In fact, children are involved in this campaign, because if we need to bring any change in the country in a positive way, if we need our nation to build, we have to start from children. Even artists have been involved. Actors like Dia Mirza have been spreading awareness about this campaign. And moreover, the best part these people are doing, they are using the waste material to carve out the structures of elephants, which will be installed at several tourist places. So awareness in that form could also reach to the masses. And even the awareness about the captive elephants to their owners will be given, like how to take care of these captive elephants. And presently 65 these organizations, which are wildlife organizations, are involved in such campaigns. So this is about Gaj Yatra. Now, national nutrition strategy. In our country, there is a need to bring such a strategy. So Niti Aayog has started framing a strategy that is still under construction, that is Kuposhan Mukt Bharat. Kuposhan is malnutrition, Mukt means free, Bharat means India, that is malnutrition free India, but it is named as Kuposhan Mukt Bharat because it has been seen that 20% of children under 5 years of age, they are suffering from acute undernutrition. Therefore, they have started to formulate this strategy under extensive consultative process. Why? They are taking the consultation because till date, whatever programs have been launched, there are some programs which are a success and some programs which are unsuccessful. So they are trying to collaborate to mix all the successful programs and give it to the people in a one form, so that the people who are suffering from malnutrition, the children who are suffering from the malnutrition, should be benefited. Therefore, it is a step to decrease mortality due to nutrition, and this strategy involves different states and peoples, and how they are trying to link this to Swachh Bharat, that is healthy, a clean India, and Swasth Bharat is the healthy India, because if there is cleanliness in our surroundings, diseases will be prevented and India will be healthy. So in such a way, local communities are being involved, because they are trying that ideas should come from the villages, from the areas where people are affected, because local innovation will take place in such a way, and demands will be original, and behavioral change could be seen in such a strategy. So this strategy is still under construction. Let's see when it comes out, but we are trying to make India Kuposhan Mukt Bharat. So this is about this strategy, and if you have any queries regarding this lecture, you can mail me. Thank you.